Hey guys, Cyril Rosberg back at it again for another video. This time we are here with the CRL Season 3 USA Grand Prix. After not uploading for about a month, so yeah, good on that Stone. I mean, you were consistently uploading for about a week, at least every week. And then you've completely bottled yourself by not uploading for nearly a month, so I'm sorry about that, but I presume from the video the legacy end, you probably presumed I'd quit YouTube, so I might as well just finish off Season 3 and, well, I might as well just finish it and, you know, yeah, I'm just talking utter shit now. We're here for qualifying. You might be wondering, you're probably not wondering, because you probably don't give a shit, and you're probably annoyed that you're even listening to my voice. But, you're probably wondering, probably not, why I'm in the Red Bull, and it's because you might have noticed that we're missing China. You probably haven't noticed because the channel's been dead for about a month. The reason we're missing Japan is because the race was shit and I got disqualified 3 meters after everyone had started before I did, and I got T-boned, and well, I didn't get T-boned, I got smashed up the arsehole, and you know, Kobas is really good at this game. You get disqualified when you get hit off the line, so GG. So yeah, I basically quit the league at that point, and then I was just like, well, lag as well, so I was like, so for this race I thought I'd try out something, and see if it worked. So I wasn't even meant to race for this, and the Mercedes had been taken, so I basically just hopped into the Red Bull to see if it worked. And in the race I wasn't even meant to turn up to was the race where I got my first pole position of the fucking season. So I mean, that's just 10 out of 10 driving from me. The lap itself was very, very scruffy. I mean, I wouldn't get a Mitre approved lap for that. Yeah, as we can see, you know, surprised me getting his own little section in this video, because I mean, his driving right here is just fabulous. As you can see, pole position ahead of Iceman Raikkonen, only just getting our first pole position of the season, in front of Iro Giovinazzi and Cyril Hamilton, with Cyril Verline in the Haas in P5. But I actually missed the start of the race, but yeah, from pole position, as we can see, I'm still in first after the first lap, as we have our first safety car of the race. I can't actually remember what this was for, but as you can see, Cyril Hamilton's up to P3, Iceman Raikkonen in P2, so it was all sort of stayed the same off the line, nothing really changed dramatically. Yeah, so virtual safety car is out. I'm gonna have to stick by that fucking fantastic Delta, as we have about 26 laps of this race remaining. Reduced pace to match required Delta. Well, that required Delta can shove itself up its ass. So Verstappen has actually retired from the session, so that's very disappointing for him, as he is in a very close battle for, I think he's very close to the top 5 or 7. Top 7, top 5. The virtual safety car is ending, so basically at this point, this is when everyone goes fucking nuts, and they just drive off to the sunset. Because, you know, Codemasters, you know, they've really worked the virtual safety car, an absolute treat. As we can see, we've got Iceman Raikkonen all over our arsehole, just trying to find a way to get past, as we slightly missed the apex, going into that, like, I don't even know, 45-degree corner? Onto the dog's penis horsecock straight. I don't know. We're still maintaining the lead ahead of Iceman Raikkonen and Cyril Hamilton in P3. I think it's Iro Giovinazzi in P4 as well at this point, and Cyril Verline might be in P6. I have no idea. As Iceman Raikkonen gets very close to our rear end right there. Yeah, so not much was going on at this race. I mean, it was very close, and obviously at this point I was very aware of how my internet would fare at this point, because I was just shitting myself that I would just lag into someone and blow up their race, especially since I did no practice for this, especially because I wasn't even meant to race, and here I am getting pole position and winning the race. So it's like, it's very odd circumstances in fairness, especially since I didn't think I was meant to be racing. And I'm winning, mainly because Cyril Hamilton, I mean, he just doesn't practice. Going on to lap 3 now, as you can see, we're going into that wank shit corner. As you can see, Iceman Raikkonen is looking up our inside. We're going to give him the space, but he doesn't quite go for the move. He wasn't fully committed to it, and he's actually in our Mercedes. Going down the straight, we're going defensive, but in so, we're actually giving Cyril Hamilton the slipstream, which wasn't intentional. And Cyril Hamilton's now going from P3 to P1, and now we're trying to hang it around his outside. We're going to hang it round. We're going to look up his inside for the next corner. We are going to hang it up the inside. Will he try to hang it around the outside? No, he will not. Will he look up the inside into here? He's having a look, but we cut him off just so he won't get past. And that is a job done to maintain our first place at the moment. And as you can see there, Cyril Hamilton was actually, well, it was actually a little bit of desyncing, I think, because he's actually tapped our rear end when, on my screen, he was a little bit further behind. So that was the sort of thing I was worried about. But I mean, it didn't affect him. He didn't lose anything on his front wing, and that promotes Iceman Raikkonen back into P2 as happy hour at the moment, as 3 fastest laps come in from out of nowhere. As Iceman Raikkonen now goes up our inside, but he's missed the apex of turn 1 by an absolute mile, and that promotes us back into P1. So as you can see, we are just kind of parking the bus because we have no pace, because I hadn't played the game in about a week because I didn't need to. If we get a lovely exceeding track limit warning, I'm sure Maestro will be cringing at that one. As well, Giovinazzi is into P2. I might have already mentioned that, I don't know. Actually no, I think Iceman Raikkonen only just lost that. So now at this point, since they were battling, as you can see, Cyril Hamilton's now into P3. Since they were battling, I thought I might as well try and build a gap, because that was probably the most necessary thing I needed to do at this point. As you can see, cutting on to lap 5, Giovinazzi is now retired. I'm pretty sure that was an intentional retirement, since I think he may have been taken out. I'm not fully sure, but I do know that he did retire on his own, I'm pretty sure. As we can see, SAFC Mather 98. I have to say that slowly because, you know, speech is not my strong point. I think he came into the pit lane that lap, so that's the thing. Hamilton's now into P2 for the first time, well, really for the second time this race, as Iceman Raikkonen a little bit further behind, as I was pulling a gap, but Cyril Hamilton really caught me because, you know, he's just got so much better pace. It's ridiculous. As we're taking that section very nicely into 4th gear for that corner, just to get it slung in. As we can see, Cyril Hamilton is all over me right now. It's ridiculous. As we approach the main DRS straight, which would be his best opportunity to make a move, and probably the safest place as well, because everywhere else is a little bit risky unless you're going to go for the move at turn 1. As we can see, going onto the straight, we know how OP the DRS is, we know how OP the slipstream is, so you would think this is going to be an easy move. But if you look, I'm actually in lean mix. This is because we were in a party together, and we'd actually planned to work together to try and pull a gap over the rest of the pack. So the plan was that that we would swap positions in the DRS zones, so that we actually gain time over the rest of the pack. But the only issue with this is that every time one of us went behind one another, we were all of a sudden quicker than the car ahead. I think that was because of slipstream, I'm not sure, but that was how it sort of worked for a little bit, until I just started going at this pace of a donkey, which doesn't probably surprise anyone. As you can see, we're just maintaining the gap. But as you can see, we're coming out of the final corner. Yeah, we've kind of just jippoed that one. Because, you know, we're special and fantastic at this game. So I'm sure Maestro will be laughing at me for that one, so cheers. Cyril Hamilton taking a lot of curb. We just clipped the apex for turn 1. Go through the S section, there's a corner cut, didn't get a warning for it. How about here? Not quite, just grazing the white lines right there. I'm sure Maestro is going to be loving my corner cuts this race. Oh, there's another one. Oh, Maestro, get all your screenshots out, mate. Oh, there's another one for my woes. I don't know why I'm not editing these out, but I don't give a shit. I did no practice for this race because I wasn't even meant to turn up, so I think I could be forgiven. Please, Maestro, please don't kill me. I just want to be loved, mate. As you can see, we are now on to lap 7, trying to catch up with Cyril Hamilton, but as you can see, I wasn't actually planning to make a move because I wasn't close enough to well, make a proper move, so I thought I'd just sit behind him until he just decides I want to miss the apex of the corner anyway. We got further on to lap 7, just to prove the point I was making about the whole slipstream thing. You can see I just wasn't close enough anyway, but I'm pretty sure I was in lean as well. I know I wasn't, it was in rich, so I'm talking shit. As you can see, taking a lot of curb, corner cutting as well. I am just a Jew. This is I mean, definitely AOR drive. I mean, with all these corner cuts, I mean, you just see why he got the quali ban in Russia. Cheers, Stu. I need to stop being a savage. As you can see, Cyril Hamilton is still leading the way in front of us, and Arctic Avenger 2 now, for the first time, makes an appearance into the top 3. I mean, he's probably been there for about 7... No, he couldn't be there for 7 laps. He's probably been there for about 3 laps, and I just haven't noticed, but I don't give a shit. But now we're going to make the jump from lap 8 to lap 20, and now we're leading. We've made a pit stop onto the softs. We've also encountered our second virtual safety car of the race. It's because, you know, we're just savages in Zero. I mean, we just love virtual safety cars. Again, I'm not sure why this was called out, but I'm sure someone just jippoed it into the gravel, and then the FIA just thought, nah, right now we really need the virtual safety car right now, because the track's a little bit too dangerous right now. So we're not going to call out a full safety car, because see, we're arsewipe. So we're going to call out a virtual safety car, because, again, we're arsewipes. So now we need to obey this wankster Delta. As you can see, Cyril Verline now into P3. I can inform you that well, Arctic Avenger was attempting the 1-stop, but he was actually being held up by SAFC Mather quite a lot, so that was realistically his strategy was thrown out the window. And I was actually going to pit this lap, but virtual safety car had actually helped me here, because I could actually save my tyres for a little bit longer, where I could go the distance a little bit longer without losing as much pace, because I would have had less tyre wear thanks to the virtual safety car coming out. So I thought I'd go out for the extra lap or 2. There's another corner cut for your woes, and we'll just have better tyres at the end, because as you can see, Cyril Verline, he pit the same lap as I did, as Cyril Hamilton went on for an extra lap. Cyril Verline's pit for super softs. So the strategy was super soft, soft, super soft, and well, that was the strategy that me and Jack or Cyril Hamilton had just planned just off the top of our heads, because we did no race practice, either of us. So we just risked it for the chocolate biscuit. As you can see, we're both going to come in. Cyril Hamilton oddly coming in the same lap as me. I'm surprised he didn't go for the extra lap. I guess he didn't want me to get the undercut and pull away and take an easy win, I guess, as we're going to look at the race director. Now, I was bricking it thinking that Arctic Avenger or Iceman was going to win this race. As you can see, they both had multiple penalties. Well, I still had just one penalty. And I think Cyril Hamilton had like maybe 2 or 3. As you can see, CRL, but Iceman Raikkonen comes across the line to set the fastest lap, as Arctic Avenger is now leading the way in front of Iceman Raikkonen. As you can see, coming out the pit lane, that's Cyril Verline from out of nowhere, who's now jumped himself into P3, but I'm pretty sure he's going to let his teammate past, because he's a good sport like that. And as you can see, he did let his teammate pass as he dropped off the pace a little bit, clearly not having the pace advantage that myself and Cyril Hamilton had, or Iceman Raikkonen. But because Iceman Raikkonen had actually pit a few laps earlier, his tyres were really going off. And at this point, me and Cyril Hamilton were absolutely sweating it at the moment. And now I'm kind of thinking I'm a little bit screwed right now, because I haven't actually caught the DRS off Iceman Raikkonen. And now Cyril Hamilton is going to be all over us, but he must have surely have been in lean or something. Or my aero must have been a bit low, or must have been a little bit lower than his, because I was maintaining the gap between us on the straights. I wasn't quite sure why in this race, because I don't know. But Iceman Raikkonen is just not too far away, as we're trying to take as much curve into there as possible, into the reverse turn 8 corner from Turkey. I mean, Kota, it's just a rip-off corner. It's just a rip-off track of so many famous corners. You think you're driving around some different tracks in one. as you see, Osman Raikkonen, a little bit of lag there, and I'm kind of breaking myself, so I'm not going into a slipstream, but then I think, you know, I'm a cheeky savage. I'm going to go into that slipstream anyway. Going into turn 1, as you can see, he lags again. Now I'm absolutely breaking myself, because I'm like, I'm the one that should be lagging, not you. And Osman Raikkonen, he's making me poo myself just a little bit right now. As we can see, very nice section there. So Maestro is... I jinxed it, never mind. I was going to say, Maestro, you got those screenshots there, but then there's just the very end. So, I'm just a twat. Osman Raikkonen still in the lead, but we are now all over him now. The safest place, like I said earlier in this race, was to make the move on this straight. And as you can see, Osman Raikkonen is going defensive. We're going to look on the racing line. We don't want his slipstream at the moment, but now we're thinking, yeah, do you know what? We kind of need it. He returns to the racing line. I don't know why. But now we're going to blast straight past him. Quite an easy move, safely on the brakes, locking up just a tad. But we've kind of got the move pretty done deal. But oh no, he's going to have a look up a ring, so I'm going to give him the space in case he's got his car alongside us. He's still sort of there. We've got the inside. He'd have to hang around the outside, but he's not going to, because now we've got another car up its inside in the shape of Cyril Hamilton, who's on the same lap old tyres as us. So he's going to have a very even pace to what I'm doing. So at this point now I'm breaking it, because Cyril Hamilton, I would assume that he would want his third win of the season here. I didn't actually record any of the races that he won. Well, but Cyril Hamilton, he did win Singapore and he did win Japan. So he's very much in the driving seat for the race win here in America. But we've really got to hang on now. We've just got to push on and hope that we can maintain this win. There's another corner cut. We're so lucky we haven't got like 7 penalties, because this game's broken. As you can see, we're actually breaking it. We don't give a shit about the corners anymore, because you know, if the game's not going to validate, you might as well take advantage of it. The game has its faults, so as a league racer, or as a racer, you should take advantage of what the FIA, or just Codemasters, allow you to do. I mean, drive the track extend where they're allowed to, so fuck it, I will as well. But as you can see, you would think, right now, Cyril Hamilton, he's got us. You can see his proximity arrow, it's appearing, but as you can see, like, he's not gaining at all on us. So we've pretty much hung on for the last opportunity that he really had, but he has got one more chance into here. This is where I lost P3 to Rapids F1 in Season 2, and he's kind of overshot the braking zone. So surely that means that we've got the win in the bag, because I don't think he'd be as optimistic as I was in Season 2 and try and lunge Rapids F1 into the penultimate corner. He's not close enough either. Going into the final corner, he's not going to make the diving move. He brakes very late, but he's not going to get us in time. And in the race where we weren't even meant to turn up, we've won. Absolute crazy scenes as we win the race. Ignore whatever that says, because Cyril Hamilton did actually get P3, or P2 actually, and Osman Raikkonen was P2, or P3 with Verline in P4. And that was basically the race. I'm going to try and get the rest of the league racing videos out soon, as I'm a little bit behind schedule, and I kind of need to catch up. So I think the next video will most likely be the CRL race in Brazil, because I'm Bellend and I didn't actually finish Mexico, spoiler alert. Arctic Avenger won in Mexico, because, you know, we're not going to make that video because it's full of shit. But, yes, so, like if you enjoyed it, subscribe if you're new, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Cheers.
Start to change. One look into your eyes and I'm floating.